probably about 2 minutes. So I'll just use the next 2 minutes to briefly introduce tonight's speaker. His name is Mr. Reese here. He's a senior supervising coordinator with the business. He's earning $9,375 in a 4-week pay cycle. Later on, when you hear him speak, you might hear this Angmo accent, this American accent, simply because he studied in the US in a very established, well-known university to become a civil engineer. So he's worked there for about 10 years. And then following that, he was headhunted back to Singapore to oversee the Resorts World project and also some other projects that we might know, for example, the Dubai Mall and lots of other projects that is in the billion-dollar range. So he has a lot of experiences managing projects, and eventually he took that experience with him to start his own business, and he did patented bamboo eco-friendly building materials, and he helped to did the flooring for Terminal 3, Star Vista, a lot of buildings in Singapore with his bamboo flooring. So he has been in business for the past 10 years, and at the end of 2018, he was able to retire himself from his traditional business because he has been building this unfranchised business for the past 4 years. And in the whole of 2019, he always shared with us that he's so blessed that he could take the entire year off to spend with his 2 boys and really watch his 2 boys grow up. So this unfranchised business has allowed him to have that financial freedom and that time freedom to really pursue and do things that he really loves and enjoy. And I hope that at the end of this presentation, you could see something in this for you and potentially be able to lead that kind of lifestyle. So without further ado, I'll hand the time over to Reese to share with you more about the unfranchised business. Thank you.
Hi guys, can everyone hear me? I hope everyone can hear me. My name is Reese. Thank you so much, JY, for the warm introduction. As JY said, I was born here in Singapore, proud Singaporean, but I left here when I was 5 and did not really return until I was 31. So yeah, I was studied overseas. I graduated as a civil engineer from Purdue with a specialty in mega project management. So basically what I was trained to do was look after projects in excess of $500 million. And in 2006, I was headhunted back from the US to Singapore to basically manage large projects here, namely the Dubai Mall, and then, like Joe said, Resorts World. But you know, what made me do this business really was very simple. When I was young, I guess I was very blessed. I came from a decent family, okay family, whatever, my privileged family, whatever you want to call it. But mom was home, dad was at work. And I never saw very much of my dad because he was at work. And so all I really told myself was, hey, no matter what, if I grow up and I have kids, I want to make sure I spend time with them. But if you're managing a project over $500 million, you have very little time. You barely have time to breathe and shower, let alone spend time with your children. So we had our first child in 2007. And in 2008, I realized, man, kids grow up really, really fast. So I decided in 2008, hey, Kay, I'm going to walk away from my work, from my job, and do what many people do when they think that will give them more time, which is start a business. That was a big mistake. It gave me even less time. In 2009, we had our second child. And I realized that I was spending so much time and I needed to find an alternative to just working every day for work, every day for my business. You know, I commonly share with my friends, I said, for 11 years, I could take as many days off as I wanted to during a year, but I couldn't link them all together to form a vacation because I wouldn't know what to do when I came back. So I was very blessed that through this business, in 2018, the 31st of December, I closed the company down. And ever since then, I took 2019 off. I spent time watching my kids play soccer. I was the soccer dad. And I'm really honored tonight to be able to share this concept with you and this business plan with you that really changed my life and hopefully will give you an option in these crazy times. So what exactly is this business, this unfranchised business, Market Singapore, shop.com, as you've seen? You know, first and foremost, before I go any further, please put your mind at ease. I'm not here to sign you up for anything. I'm not here to, make you buy anything. I'm just here to say, share a concept with you, a business concept with you, and that's pretty much it. Okay. So what is this business concept? Ooh, technical difficulties. Here we go. So Market Singapore Shop.com. Basically, all Market Singapore, it's a system. It's a system that tracks spending and then converts that spending into an income stream. Okay, that's really all we are. And this technology is basically based around people like you and me and our everyday spending habits. We're nothing more. It's something that's been put together to ensure that entrepreneurs like you and me can earn an ongoing income stream. The average individual can earn a non-average income. Okay, so in this time and day and age, I'm sure you all know things change quickly. I mean, look at us as Singaporeans in the last 1 month, or the last, not even 1 month, in the last 2 weeks. Our lives as we know it has completely changed. You know, the online trend has just taken off, right? Because we are now pretty much stuck at home. Most of the government is encouraging us to shop online, right? To buy things online, to minimize social interaction. So imagine now owning a store. Imagine now you see all those new hashtags coming up, right? Hashtag save SG F&B, because you're no longer allowed to sit and eat. We don't even talk about a restaurant. You're not even allowed to sit and eat at a hawker center. Now, imagine that was what you did, and that was your only stream of income. I cannot imagine. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like if I still owned a construction company, having workers stuck in a dorm that they cannot come out, having to worry about their health and well-being while they cannot go outside and work, having the government basically flip the switch and shut you down overnight. So what if you didn't have a second stream, or if you started to look for another option? What is it? What can you do? Well, the unfranchised business allows you to take part and take hold of the trends that are happening worldwide right now and stay ahead by being flexible. And we're an online business, right? And all we do is we take advantage of those people wanting to be your own boss, people wanting to be an entrepreneur nowadays, people wanting to think about how you get your restaurant recommendations now. You look in yellow pages? No. You look on online ads? No. You go to review sites where one-on-one marketing replaces the mass advertising. So think about where we are and imagine if you could have a system put into your hand that could allow you to take advantage of these. Would it interest you? That's all I'm here to ask you. Okay. So what is the unfranchised business? Broken down into two very familiar words, un and franchise. So let's go with the one that everyone's familiar with first, franchise. What's the world's most famous franchise? I'm sure you all know, McDonald's. No matter what makes McDonald's and what makes a franchise so good? What makes McDonald's so amazing? What is it, the hamburgers? Is it the filet of fish? Is it the fries? No, what makes McDonald's so amazing is the system. Everybody can cook the same type of fries worldwide. Whether you have experience or you don't have experience, it's all the same. It's the same process, right? Take the fries out, put it in a basket, press the button, and wait for it to beep. So they basically took cooking and made it into a system. So that's what makes franchising so good. Can you imagine if you had to go out and get partnerships with Sanrio and Hello Kitty? Would they pay attention to you? I highly doubt it, right? But what makes franchising so bad? Well, franchising is bad because it costs a lot of money to start with. An average McDonald's franchise costs what, $1.2 million. That's before you even start to fit out your restaurant, buying the fries and the machines. So why are we unlike a franchise? Why are we called the unfranchised? Well, unlike a franchise, we don't have huge startup fees. We do not have major expenses to start this business up. And most importantly, you're allowed to work part-time and work on it in your part-time, in your spare time after you're done with your work, right? And this is important for a lot of us now because we need that flexibility. right? And another thing also, there's no territorial restrictions. You cannot run a Singapore McDonald's from Australia. You can run your unfranchised business from anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection. Especially in this day and age, I could be coming to you from Australia for all you know. Doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, so we're a great business opportunity in the current climate. But before we go into business opportunities, let's learn a little bit more about the company. What is or who is Market Singapore? Well, Market Singapore is a subsidiary of Market America, which was founded in 1992. So it's a 28-year-old company. Basically, Market America or Shop.com is a global product brokerage and internet marketing company. Okay, and I'll explain what that is a little later. But as you can see, while we're headquartered in Greensboro, North Carolina, let me try and get that out. While we're headquartered in Greensboro, North Carolina, we operate in 10 different countries worldwide. Countries that will be very familiar to you, Australia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and of course, Singapore. But if you look at the bottom of this slide, there's a little blue band with the letters BBB. And if you downloaded or had time to look at the YouTube video from the link earlier, you'll see the president of the BBB, which is the Better Business Bureau, speak, talking about how Market America is a company that is built on trust, built on performance, and built on integrity. That's why they gave us an A+ rating. Remember, we don't need somebody to govern us. We govern ourselves. So as you are slowly evaluating this business, and as you are evaluating this company, use the correct sources to look for what this company stands for. What do we stand for? If you Google any company in the world, there's the good, there's the bad, there's the ugly. You Google Apple, reputable company, right? Because half of the people who are listening to this probably has an iPhone. Reputable company, but you'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So use your sources and make sure you check up on the company properly as you make a decision that could impact your life. Okay, more for people who like numbers. If you look at this is the worldwide company sales of $12 billion, $12.3 billion. But most importantly, if you look down, you will see that they returned $6.3 billion to the unfranchised owner. That's greater than 50% of its revenue, sales revenue, gets returned to the unfranchised owner as earnings. So with this really, really, really generous compensation scheme, this business has managed to create, Shop.com has managed to create over the last 28 years, over 500 million dollar club members, or people who have earned in excess of $1 million in earnings, right, from commission alone. Now, that might be impressive, but what is even more impressive is the track record that it continues to create a new $1 million club member every month. So this is a sustainable, growing business. And it's something that caught my attention when I first evaluated the company, because you want to go and associate yourself with a company that is on an upward trend, not on a plateau, or worse still, on a downward trend. What does all this lead to? And why are we spending time, or why am I spending time to talk about this today? This basically leads to one word. It's called the choice, right? You have a choice. Everyone is given a choice. Even now, all of us are faced with a choice, right? Stay at home or go out. But all of us have a choice. Is what are we working for? Where do we hope to go? But for the most of us, especially Asians, we are limited because we think we have to do what? Study hard, so we can get a good job, save money, and that's where our life revolves around. But if your life revolves around a job, that means you have a boss. And there's always one thing your boss does better than you. And that is your boss makes more money than you. That's why he or she's your boss. But as you're working in a job, what do all of us hope to be able to do? Retire. And retire comfortably, which is where that little 5% sliver is, right? Everyone hopes and prays that they can get into that little 5% of the world that is financially fit when they retire. Think about all the different schemes and systems to help you retire. CPF in Singapore, 401k in the US, EPF in Malaysia, so on and so forth. All over the world, there are schemes that help people retire. Okay, what about yours? How does this retirement fit into your life? Well, let's take a look at here in Singapore, close to home. Right? In Singapore, after 45, the majority of people, in fact, I would say nearly everybody after working has some kind of debt. Because you know why? If you buy a car, you're in debt here in Singapore. You can't really pay off a car. You're only renting a car for 10 years and then you do it again. Right? Most of us take loans for our homes. If you take a loan for your home here, 30 years, are you fully out of debt? But most importantly, what would financial security mean, or what would it take for you to have a semblance of financial security? Let's look at some numbers here, okay? If you would need $1,000 a month, you would need approximately $600,000 in a deposit that earns 2% interest. We all know what the interest rate is currently, right? It's nearly bordering zero. And also, can you live off $1,000? Well, people say, but I have CPF. Well, let's take a look at CPF. If you have the minimum sum of $83,000, you'll get somewhere around $730 to $790 every month. Is that enough for you to live by? So really, where does working hard, being frugal really lead to you to after 45 years? Is this your only plan? What about now, where unemployment is soaring, right? People are worried about their jobs. I mean, honestly, I could not imagine myself running a construction company right now. I would not know where to stick my head, because you would have expenses mounting up. You'd have projects on hold. You have clients that are just saying, I'm sorry, I'm running out of money. All this stuff. But do you have a plan B? 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I didn't have a plan B. We just did this. We started this business as a plan B. Didn't need the money then, didn't need it at that time. But we started it when we didn't need it. So that now I cannot be better than breathe a sigh of relief, because I get to spend time with my children and still know that I'm working towards a better future for everybody in the family. So what is this? What happens? What if I told you that I could give you an option, 2 to 3 years, not even 2 to 3, let's just say 4 to 6 years, okay? Whatever it is, if I gave you an option which I could logically explain to you how you could build your own financial success from doing what you are currently doing when spending online anyway, would you give me another 30 minutes or so? That's really all I'm here to ask you. How could you, or do you have a plan to create residual income? Okay, because Market Singapore Shop.com, like I mentioned earlier, it's a product brokerage company. What does product brokerage company mean? Product brokerage means we don't manufacture anything. Okay, we don't manufacture anything. And because we don't manufacture anything, we have access to markets quickly. In times of change, we can access what we need quickly. We don't get bogged down, right? We don't get bogged down by manufacturing lines. We don't get bogged down by market trend changes. Imagine, I always give the example. 2 companies I'm sure everyone's very familiar with, Nokia, Kodak, 2 of the largest names in the world in their heyday. No one ever thought they would go broke, right? Nokia owns 75% of the world's handphone market. And then what happened? Steve Jobs introduced iPhone and Nokia went bye-bye. Why? Why would a computer company that almost went bankrupt be able to take down the world's largest cell phone company? Well, because that computer company created a product which people wanted, right? In demand. People switched over to immediately apps. Can you guys imagine living without apps now? We have apps to do all kinds of stuff on our phone, right? Well, Nokia was so vested in their operating system, they couldn't switch around in time. So who did they give their place, their leadership position to, or their lead position in market share to? This thing. 15 years ago, Samsung sold what? Washing machines and refrigerators, right? Now, what is Samsung famous for? Their cell phones. So as a product brokerage company, we can react to the needs of the market, and we can tap into billion-dollar markets quickly and efficiently, because we don't have to create a billion-dollar supply line or a manufacturing line to touch into them. So what are some of these billion-dollar markets that I'm talking about? Here, is there something you use out of these markets at the current moment? Is there something in these markets that the people around you currently use? Now, here's the question. If I asked you if you are willing to change from your current brand or your current place of purchase of these products to another brand or a different source of purchase, and this change could create for you an income stream, would you be interested to consider this concept? Okay. We're an internet marketing company. What does that mean? Remember, we're a product brokerage at internet marketing company. Internet marketing company means whatever we do not broker. It means whatever is not here, or even some of this range here, whatever we do not broker as an exclusive product for ourselves, we broker through partnerships, through partner stores, right? Hundreds and thousands of partner stores. Once again, the concept is basically, if you are willing, or are you willing to change what you're currently spending onto something else, if it would give you an income stream. And we take this concept of product brokerage and internet marketing, and we wrap it all together, and we named it the shopping annuity. Why? I'm sure if you guys know what an annuity is, it's just a financial vehicle which you pay. After a set amount of payments, it pays you for X amount of time. But every annuity in the world is funded by cash, apart from ours. Ours is funded by your shopping, right? Because the concept goes, you're already spending it, converting your spending into an earning stream. You're already spending it. Why not get paid to spend? Right? Think about this. If that was really true, would that make sense to you? How about if I make it even sweeter? If you look at the bottom of the slide, when you or anyone you lead to shops online, you get 100% credit for those purchases. So how about this? Do you know anyone who buys things online or who buys products from here? And if you could ask them to shop online through your site, through you, and it could pay you, do you think it would interest you? Would you consider it? Okay, so what do you prefer? The simple question still remains, right? What would you prefer? Would you prefer to continue working? Would you prefer having the freedom of choice after X amount of time? Like I said, I'm not here to sell you anything. The best part is you don't have to make a decision now. There's really no decision for you to make. You can do both for the time being. That's what I did, until it got me to a point where I decided that my time and my ability, or my privilege of making a choice, was more important than me going to the office every day. And that's when I switched out. Okay, so I'm just asking you to consider for the next 20 minutes or so, what if this was true? How is it going to work? So the franchise business is basically a 5-step process. Okay, and my love of this business, a lot of it stems from the fact that it's a very honest business to build. So there's 5 steps to build this business: is apply, create, qualify, activate, teach, manage, and support other people. And for me, the most important phrase, the most important step is that teach, manage, and support others, because the focus in this business is always on other people. And you'll understand why as I go a little further. So let's delve into these steps a little more deeply as we go along. Okay, in order to apply, there's 2 ways to apply. You can apply as a sales representative. What is a sales representative? Exactly what the name says. You sell and you get paid. And how? When you buy low, you sell high. The profit margin in between is yours to keep. 100% of it. You got to keep it all. Okay? But as an unfranchised owner, you not only get to do that, you also get all the rest that you can see. I think the simplest way for me to explain what an unfranchised owner is to draw an analogy to an industry that I'm sure people are aware of. Let's say accounting or lawyers. You guys ever watch this U.S. drama called Suits? The one where the ex-Duchess of Sussex was a star, Meghan Markle. So Suits is about a lawyer, right? Everyone wants to hit a law firm. Everyone in a law firm wants to hit what? Partner. Why? Because as a partner, you get profit share, right? So it's the same thing. As an unfranchised owner, we are now partners. And as a partner, you get to take part in profit share, which is what the compensation scheme is. Okay, and as a participant in that compensation scheme, you can have a potential of up to $4,500 per week per business. And so that costs $165, $164.95. And for $164.95, you get all this. Of things to note, of everything here to note, you get all different websites, et cetera, great. But you got access to a training and seminar system that is second to none, right? This is part of the training and seminar system. It is global. And there's probably people on from Singapore, from Malaysia, from Taiwan, I don't know where else. But you can have other people train and help you to train your team as a system, as part of this unfranchised system. And of course, you got access to all of us to help you grow your business and make you successful. Okay, step 1 done. Step 2. Step 2 is to create. Create what? Sales. Very, very simply put, sales. Yes, you must sell. This is a business. But there's two types of sales in our business. There's one called BV, business volume, or executive or exclusive sales. I'm sorry. Right? Why do I say exclusive sales? All the products you see here on this slide are exclusive to shop.com. Remember, we're a product broker. We broker the best in the nutraceutical, healthy nutrition, through a line of product called isotonics. Iso means same, tonic means pressure, and basically what it is, it's a natural supplement that you powder mixed with water, creates a fruity drink in which the nutrition and the supplemental value gets absorbed 5 to 10 minutes, 80 to 90%. Now, in this time, at this current time, supplementation is extremely important, right? Because it's the only way. They've proved, there are articles all over the place about vitamin C and keeping your immunity up to avoid COVID-19. Would you like to tap into that market? What about the weight loss market, the baby market? I mean, the baby market is crazy. For those who are parents, you'd spend anything for your children. So don't believe me, look how much some parents pay for tuition. Remember when my first kid came out, I always say this story because it still hurts even after 13 years. We went shopping for shampoo, and my wife, we went to the supermarket, and she looked around, and there on the shelf was all the various shampoos. They're all about the same size, and she picked the most expensive one, $49 for a little baby bottle of shampoo. Why? Because it's for the kid. At that time, I gladly paid. Why was it better? Don't know. But because it's for your child, you don't really care. And what the elderly or the aging, they just want to age gracefully, enjoy their retirement, so to speak. Another huge market there because the baby boomers are where the money is, right? Other exclusive products that you can generate sales and business volume of BV from: makeup, personal care, skin care, home cleaning. Is there something within these products that you currently use? If there is something that you currently use, would you be willing to convert it to this brand after you're done? Try out and convert it to our exclusive brands if it meant that you could earn an income from it. Okay, so that's business volume. And what does business volume really count? Business volume is just a sales counter. Why do we use it? Because we're a global company. As a global company, I cannot be subject to currency fluctuations. So instead of subjecting everyone to currency fluctuations, I just put a social currency, which we deem BV or business volume. Okay, then what else other kind of sales you create? Remember, we're an internet marketing company. Well, from internet marketing company, we create what we call IBV, internet business volume, right? You can see all these stores that are partnered, all these companies that are partnered with us. Right now, people talk about fruits and vegetables, right? Where am I going to get them lining up? I never partook in that crazy mad dash for vegetables at NTUC or cold storage. Why? Because I have Rooty Food. An online grocer sells Michelin grade vegetables delivered to my house. I don't have to line up and snatch cucumbers and pumpkins and potatoes and garlic from with the aunties at NTUC or cold storage. I click from my house, it gets delivered. Plus, I get paid for it. So, is there something you currently spend on right now online? You can buy the same thing. I'm not even asking you to change some of that. Maybe you shop through Zalora, or maybe you buy your books from Kinokuni. I don't know, but I'm not even asking you if you can change. There's thousands of stores. There's over 1,000 stores with Market Singapore, which you can shop with online. And by going through Market Singapore to go there, you can create IBV. If this could pay you, would you be willing to consider it? That's all I'm asking. Okay, so how do you create BV and IBV? Use, sell, teach, share. That's really basically it. Okay, step 3 is to qualify. Qualify basically is to get your business ready to go. Just like in McDonald's, you need to buy some burgers, some fries, some machines, whatever, before you can open the door. In Shop.com, you must qualify your business with 200 BV worth of products so you know what you're selling. Okay? Once you do that, you're ready, good to go. So with 3 steps, there's 2 more steps to this business. Right? The company's always here to make life easy. So there's something called a fast start program. If you want to know more details, it costs $575. It includes a whole bunch of stuff. Ask whoever invited you to this webinar to explain more. Okay, if you're interested with that. But like I said, honest company, everything's out there. You can go take a look. We do not hide the numbers. Okay, step 4 is to activate. And activate is really time to expand your business. Right? How do you expand your business in this day and age? 2 ways. The fastest way to expand your business. 1, hire a lot of salespeople. Or 2, partner up. Strategic partnerships. In our world, we choose to have partnerships. So we have to find a minimum of 2 partners, one on the left, one on the right. In this case, Mark and Kate. Okay, they're going to partner with you to grow your network, just like any other regular business. And last but not least is teach, manage, and support others. I'll pause here. Remember, it says teach, manage, and support others. It does not say sign up more people. Okay? We're not in this business of signing up more people. We're in the business of teaching, managing, and supporting other people in this business. Do what? Do exactly what you did, to apply, to create sales, to qualify your business, and then to activate it by getting partnerships to grow the business together. Remember, this business is about 100%, right? Remember, you get 100% of what everyone does? Well, because of that, people lead to people. What do I mean? Well, let's take an example you have here, Mark and Kate and Megan and so on and so forth. And here your business is at this current status, okay? Currently, that's your business. Now you speak to a friend, the friend decides after taking a look at this business and understanding it further, that it might be something they'll be willing to explore and work together with you and try the business. They launch their unfranchise and you now have to put them into your network, correct? So where can you go? There's only 2 places you can go. You can either pick, for example, where Matt is over here. So Matt comes in here, 100% of whatever Matt does goes from Matt to Chris, to Megan, to Mark, to you, and to your senior partner. 100%. It doesn't matter if there's 100 people between you and your senior partner. Everybody along the line still gets 100%. Or your senior partner, you find another person who might be interested, and Erica goes here, and once again, the same thing, Erica goes up, it goes down, and Kate, you, and still to your senior partner. So you see, this business is about building relationships and building what? A network that distributes products and works synergistically together. But what makes this fun? Watch this. If senior partner now has somebody who's interested to partner up in his or her business, senior partner can place that person, in this case, Dave, down there. Whatever Dave does helps Matt, Chris, Megan, Marco, you, and so on, everybody else. Do you think you're complaining? Would you be okay with that? Right? So we're in a business which we help each other. We don't compete with each other. We help each other get successful. Okay, because our system searches to infinity. There's no levels, there's no cutoff, and you receive 100% credit. So there's no override, there's no percentage. All there is a team. And that's what I love about this business. You know, every day when I was in construction, I would wake up planning for somebody to fail so that I could make more money, right? If somebody failed, we issue what we call a VO, variation order. And that's where you make the most money in construction. Well, nowadays I wake up every morning planning for how I can make people succeed. Because when they do, I succeed too. Okay. So once again, let's go into the numbers so we can illustrate this a little clearer. If, for example, Ashley over there has a customer order, the customer orders some products, there's a retail profit of $54. All $54 is kept and earned by Ashley. No one else gets that. Okay, but because of that sale, it generates 63 BV. The point, the production behind it goes from Ashley to Travis to Megan to Mark and then to you. For personal use, in terms, like I said, Mike's case, for personal use, you're going to use it for yourself. You're not going to charge yourself retail profit, right? So you generate some volume. So 40 BV, 8 IBV goes from Mike to Jake to Ann and Ben to Kate and then to you. So like I said, this business is about if you are currently spending it or the people around you are buying it, and you could help them change brand, or you change brand onto a high quality product and it could pay you, would you be willing to consider it? Okay, but how do we get paid? Well, before I go into how we get paid or how do we get paid, I got to stop here on this slide and tell everybody one thing, right? We are here, not a money tree. We're not in whatever it is. It's a business. You work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid. It's kind of like a gym membership, right? You buy a gym membership doesn't mean you get a six pack. If it did, I would have a six pack. Right? You buy a gym membership, you still must go in to work. The gym membership just gives you the tools to get your six pack. So very much the same. Our business, the unfranchised business, gives you the tools to get an income, a residual income. It's up to you whether you go and get it or not. So how do we get paid? Well, every Friday, the computer stops and all the volume that you've generated and your team has generated over the last week gets calculated and it gets accumulated. Okay, when it hits 1,002 BV on either side, the company sends you a check for $375. It does not go away. If you miss it this month, it doesn't matter. The BV accumulates and it will continue to accumulate till you get 1,002, 1,002, and then it will still continue to accumulate till you hit 2004, 2004. When you do that, the company gets you another check for $375. It continues to accumulate till you hit 3006, 3006, another $375, and then 5,000, 5,000, you get $750 for a total BV in BV commission checks of $1,875. Now, if it takes you 1 year to go from 0 to 5,000, 5,000, you will make 1,875 in 1 year. If it takes you 6 months, you will make 1,875 in 6 months. Right? If it takes you 1 week, you will make 1,875 in 1 week. And that's the shortest of our pay cycles, is 1 week. Okay, so what is different? What makes it so much better is that, think about it, I am no longer asking you to hit crazy sales targets. There's no need to chase that target that, oh, I'm short at the end of the month. If you miss it this month, okay, wait, next month, continue to accumulate. Okay, so and then remember, this is BV. The same holds true for IBV. It's mirrored exactly the same. Right, so if people start to spend on, well, the first thing I'm going to do as soon as this COVID-19 is over, I'm going to travel. Right, I'm going to go fly some country and take a vacation. Well, my vacation can now pay or contribute through IBV. What is the first thing you're going to do after COVID-19 is over? Is it going to pay you? That's all I'm asking. So IBV is mirrored the same way. So 1,875 plus 1,875 is $3,750 per business center. Okay. When people start off this business, it's kind of daunting, right? Oh, 5,000, 5,000. Oh my gosh, seems so far away. Are you sure? How are we gonna get it? It's only me and Mark and Kate. It's only three people. Don't worry. As your organization expands, this gets quicker and quicker. Why? Because it's 100% of 100%. Remember, I told you I did this business. I'm still doing this business and growing this business because I want to find the one thing money cannot buy: time. And through it, this business it's really given me time. Why? Let's use BV now. Okay, just ignore IBV for the time being. BV just for example. Okay, I start this business the earliest. Therefore, I'm at 5,000 BV every week, which means I earn a weekly commission check of $1,875. Correct? So now if you look down at Mark, I'm assuming Mark is next in line. Mark gets to 5,000 per week too. How much is Mark earning now? He's earning 1,875. But all of Mark's production adds up, 100% of it I get. So now I'm at 10,000. Right? Assuming that's true, how much do I earn? It's the same, 1,875. Okay, we take that example a little further. Megan, 5,000. Mark, 10,000. Me, 30,000. How much are we all making? 1,875. Chris, 5. Megan, 10. Mark, 30. I'm at 80,000. How much the four of us making? It's the same, 1,875. Fair, right? Because it doesn't mean I'm on top, I got to earn more. You on the bottom, you got to slog for me to earn the most. We're partners. We earn the same profit share. But what's the difference between my 1,875 and Chris's 1,875? Well, assuming now, for example, COVID-19 hurts, right? Comes in, business starts to hurt. Your sales drop in half, they drop in half again. BV is just a sales counter. So BV drops in half, 5,000 drops in half, 2,005 drops in half again, right? 1,250. How much is Chris making now? Well, he's gone from making 1,875 to 375. Megan goes from 10,000, half, 5, half again, 2,005. How much is Megan making now? Gone from making 1,875 to 750. Right? Mark, 30, half, 15, half, 7,005. How much is Mark making? Still making 1,875, no change. Just a little bit closer. I'm at 80, half, 40, half, 20. How much am I making? I'm still making the same, 1,875. Still off on holiday somewhere. Remember I told you this compensation plan has generated over 500 millionaires over the last 28 years? Well, the two top money earners in this business are two ladies by the name of Elizabeth Weber and Joanne Shi. Okay, their business center generates 2 million BV every week, maybe more. Do you think their 1,875 is going anywhere? That's when you truly have the freedom of choice, because you know that money comes to you whether you like it or you don't like it. You can choose whether you want to go to work. Most importantly, you can choose whether you don't want to go to work. Okay, so up to this point, I've shown you $3,750 per week. But earlier on, I told you that the profit share system, right? That we could earn an earning potential of 4,500. Well, we're at 3,750. How do you get to 4,500? Well, this business is focused on others, and this slide will tell you why. In order for me to maximize the earning potential of my business, I must help two people, one on the left, one on the right, get to 5,000 the same week I do. When that happens, the company gives me a management bonus of $750 just for helping somebody make money. And with that, my total bonus comes up. My total earning potential maxes there out at 4,500 per week per business center. Well, 4,500 a week, 18,000 a month. Not too bad, but what happens if I need more? Right? What happens if you need to earn some more money? Is that possible? Yes. Because when you first start this business, you have 3 business centers. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Okay, no extra cost, part of the plan. When you start off, it's Mark and Kate. Remember Mark and Kate? That lets you build your 4005 in your 001 business center. Once you have solidified the income there, once you've helped enough persons make money, the company then allows you to open your second center, Kristen, and your, for example, your third center, John. Okay, but notice with Kristen and with John, they part of that, their part of your second and part of your third are already done by Mark and Kate. So you really, it's only double the work, triple the income. Now you have a weekly potential of 13,500 per week. Is that enough? If it's still not enough, you're really, really greedy, you're very ambitious, you need more. This business allows you to open as many business development centers as you want under your first. As you keep on developing more and more businesses, right? You're not only increasing your earnings, you're solidifying all the earnings of people in between. Right? It's always about helping other people because 100% of 100%. You can own up to 999 business development centers, no additional cost, just qualify. Okay. So as you can see, in this case, your fourth business center, everything you do in your fourth, we're going to help Megan and Mark, and then you on your O2 and you on your O1 again. So don't worry about it. This is you. There's no one I know who has seen this the first time and understands it completely. I'm sure you have questions, but conceptually, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, can this really work? Does this really work for me? You know, rest assured, for us, we're also thinking, are you correct for this business? Can this business work for you? I mentioned earlier during the presentation of the webinar that this is a business and we look for business partners to work with. So let's hopefully we can work together, understand this better. You know, you understand what we do, we understand what you are. We're not here to make you do anything that you don't want to do. But rest assured of one thing though, if you don't try anything, everything stays the same. Nothing's going to change. Okay. So what are the next steps? What changes can you take? Well, first and foremost, you know, I'm sure, like I said, this maybe generated more questions than answers. So schedule a follow-up. Talk to whoever invited you to this webinar and get your questions answered. That's the most, it's free. Secondly, in this time of COVID-19, try some of these products. Hopefully it'll keep you and your family healthy. You know, they really, I cannot emphasize how good these products are. Now, my best testimony for this product is that 4 generations of my family take it. My grandparents, my parents, myself, and my kids. So try some product. Well, maybe after you're done, try something out. See whether you like the products or not. You know if they work for you or not. Or lastly, you know, give it a give it a trial run. You know, give it a trial run. See whether this business works for you. We're not here to take your money, but we're really here to vest ourselves in your success. You know, and that's really what makes us successful. Makes this business successful is your success. And with that, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Okay. Oops. What happened to the slide? Oh, there we go. Going to put my money where my mouth is by introducing and going over just some things quickly with everybody here. Right on the screen right now is what we call our unfranchised levels. These are all the different earning levels. The crazy part is all the numbers you see there, someone or someone's or some people are currently actually taking and earning that kind of money. So it's with great pleasure that I get to introduce 3 ladies. I'll introduce them in succession of how much they earn. Okay, to just give you a quick 1 minute, just a 1 minute introduction of who they are, or where they're from, what they do, and what is the one thing that has changed their how this business has changed their life. So the first person I'd like to introduce, she's a director in this business. She's earned in excess of $22,500 in this business. She's also the youngest director in Singapore. I'd like to introduce Candice Young. Candice, please.
Hi. Sorry. Can you hear me? Yeah, hi, I'm Candice. Sorry, I opened to. Yeah, I'm Candice. Actually, I come from Taiwan. I'm a foreigner here, but I'm doing this just five years for part time, and now I realize this business. The reason is because as me as a foreigner, foreign talent here. So there's a many grant I cannot have for now because I'm PR here. But as my background, actually, I'm studying here, and actually my English also not so good as Singaporean, and of course my network also. But because of this business, I can connect with all of my friends and friends' friends. So we are all 100%. So this is the business I feel is the fairness. Don't need to think about which university are we graduate from and what's the experience we have. So most important is we believe in this business and we convert everybody's spending to any. And I feel so happy because even though I'm we all self-quarantine by ourselves, right? For this 1 month, but actually our sales still going up very well, and then more people actually can benefit from our many good products, especially like vitamin C, a lot of supplements. They cannot buy from outside, but because we are essential service, but we can deliver it to them. So at the same time, we also contribute a lot of good karma, and many people actually benefit from it. And that's what I like the most. Thank you.
Thank you, Candice. The next person I have the honor of introducing is our very first director. Also a lady. It seems the ladies do very well in this business. Welcome, Michelle.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Reese. Just a little bit about myself. Yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom for more than 18 years, so I'm not like Candice. I do also support my husband. He's a medical doctor. So as a stay-at-home mom, I do a lot of other stuff, guiding my daughters, spending time with my daughters. So now my 3 adult daughters, they are all in the university. So, there's a lot of spending. It's really very, very tough on my husband because he's the sole breadwinner. And I'm very glad that, we started this business 6 years ago. Right now, it's really paying us continuously. And even during this pandemic time, I just very, very grateful that we have this income coming in. The stress level is, so much reduced compared to many, many years ago when during the SARS time when the kids were younger. And then I was so worried about, things happen to my husband. But here we are right now, 5 of us are at home, confined in our apartment. And yet we can, be assured of this wonderful income which we have built, coming in non-stop. So I hope that if you are first time listening to this shop.com and franchise business, do talk to the person who brought you here to understand it further, get to know the details, and then work together with the team. And I'm sure you will be like one of us in the future, earning an ongoing income too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Reese.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yes.
And the last person I have the honor of introducing is the lady who really introduced shop.com and brought shop.com here to Singapore and made market Singapore. Her unfranchised level is that of a field vice president. So in earning in excess of $45,000 in a 4-week pay cycle or 4 consecutive weeks. Can I introduce Leanne? Can you say a couple words, please?
Hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Leanne. Just thank you, Reese, for such an excellent presentation. Well, I started off as being a lecturer in the university and thought I got everything made, and until our family relocated back to Australia. And that was when, I didn't have my job. My husband, a banker, also didn't have a job, looking for a franchise to buy. So I stumbled upon this business and I know I invested $600. It was the most difficult $600 to part with at a time when we didn't have money. But look at it today, some 15 years, 16 years later, every single week, I get 15 or 20 times more of that initial investment. So I just want you to know that this is an exceptional company. And what I really like about our company is that it's so progressive. it moves with the times. So even in this COVID-19 situation, you know, when people are actually experiencing job loss and deduction in pay, and many things are on a standstill. But I'm grateful that our companies still continue to thrive, and what's happening is that we're jump onto the bandwagon of doing an online business, isn't it? E-commerce. So you'll see that, you know, we've gone online for many years now, thanks to the vision of our founder, James Ridinger. He said one day, you know, there'll be this mall without walls, you know, 1984, he thought about it. 1992, Market America started, and 6 years ago, Market Singapore came on board. And I'm so thankful. So the best thing you can do for yourself right now is to evaluate this business further, talk to the people who invited you, get all your questions answered. Because when I started, I didn't understand anything, but the system is something, you know, very, very remarkable. So just follow the system, be coachable, and you will get there as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leanne. With that, guys, you know, we'll end today's presentation and the webinar. Hopefully you learned something. I hope to see everybody soon, maybe back online on Zoom. Best yet, I hope I see all of you in person. If you're a guest today, I really encourage you, come back, take a look what we're doing. And you know, maybe you too can use this platform and this system to change your life and give yourself the right of choice. With that, thank you very much, and please stay safe. Bye-bye.